And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sports. And today I'm joined by the squad. Cheese underscore 55. Shiva, Sihle Gents. How you guys doing?
Not all at
Always on
once.
top of the moon, man. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
Ah.
Good.
We're waiting for
Yeah.
the man of the moment to speak to us.
Which man of the movie?
We know
Mr.
who the man of the
55.
moment is.
Mr. 55 himself.
All
Mr.
right.
55 himself.
Let's get it. There we go, Mr. 55.
Ah, he's gone.
Uh
Ah.
no. It's not even that, Jeff.
Yeah.
There's nothing much. There's nothing much to celebrate for me for once, Shiba. So, I'm actually more disappointed in Arsenal than anything. But we'll jump into that when we get to it.
Mm. You don't want to
I
jump
was
into
thinking
it. Oh yeah. Okay, you can go, Shiva. Sorry.
I was thinking about the Arsenal thing, and look, I was also disappointed with them yesterday. But
Explain to
if
the
I'm
world what the Arsenal thing is.
if
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
two
know
one
what
up,
that is.
if I'm 2-1 up, and I'm playing at the Etihad, and I'm a
Mhm.
man down, and I know my strength is my defense, I'm
Mm.
also parking the bus.
Double decker, triple decker bus like they
Double
did.
decker, handbrake up, even
Bro,
take my tires out.
how train, dog. Put a train in that golf. I'm also with
I've
Shiva.
got a different. I've got a
I'm
different
taking
view.
Arteta and I'm holding him up like this so the ball doesn't go through here. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Maybe I'm stupid.
you're not
But
stupid.
wouldn't
Bro.
when it comes to soccer, I get that your best attribute is your defense, but I think the best form of defense is attack. Entertain Walker, and we've spoken about Walker loving these situations where he's one on one with the fast paced attacker. Why don't you put another attacker in the middle or on the side? Like make City work a bit, because it was way too easy. And the last 20 minutes, if we are being honest, gents, it was boring. It was boring as fuck.
What I would do that Arteta didn't do is I would have not taken off Saka. I would have
Yes,
rather taken off
that's where I
Havertz.
am.
And it's very simple because you want to still have a threat. And
Yeah,
Saka has pace and can carry the ball. Havertz does not. Right?
Yeah, but
Okay,
but that's
Saka's not.
but
He's
that's
not the fastest. He's not. He's not going to beat Guardiola in a foot race, right?
yeah, but that wasn't
But
the
it's
idea,
it's
right?
something. It's something for Guardiola to keep his eye on. With Havertz, there,
Remember
Guardiola
that.
is like, do what you need to do.
But the idea was for Havertz to hold the ball up, right? They play the ball out of defense. They get Havertz to hold the ball up, win a foul. Maybe if he can win a foul, I mean, he got two fouls in the game trying to hold the ball up, and Ruben Diaz was a bit over eager. And then he brings in Saka, and then he brings in Martinelli into the game.
Well,
That's
Saka
the
was
idea
gone by then.
because
Saka was off by then.
yeah, no, but I mean, when the game starts, that was the idea. The idea was Trossard plays off of Havertz. They play the long ball. Havertz tries to get the wingers into the game. The
Yeah.
problem, and I
Like
guess the
like
problem is not really
2000s
a problem.
football.
Yeah, but because it was basically a 4-4-2. They basically went in a 4-4-2. It was two guys, two holding mids in there, Havertz and Trossard, not really playing striker, but playing that deep. What do
The
you
big man,
deep
little man.
a deep forward position. I don't even know if that's the thing, but that was the plan. The plan was to try get them, get Saka and thingy running on the wings, get the corner. Once you get the corner, then we play into their game plan more or less. Um, as soon as we lost Rodri, I think we would have lost quite a bit of the control because Kovacic isn't as composed, I guess, as Rodri. He's more of a ball carrier in the holding six than he is more of the person who tries to control the game. And I think when he came in, the game was at a very weird balance in any case because Arsenal are now starting to feel a bit more confident because Rodri's out and they tried to create more chances. But it was always going to be a tough decision in terms of who to take out. When that red card You have to choose. You take off Martinelli. Martinelli looks like he's having a good go
Yeah,
against Walker on that side. But if you
I
take off Martinelli, if you take off Martinelli, you then give Kyle Walker freedom to then carry the ball as high as he can up the pitch, right? And then that's a bit difficult because Savinho was already tormenting Calafiori on that other side.
I think
But
cheese with okay, so with the three players that Arsenal have up front in Martinelli, in Saka, and then in what's his name in the middle, Kai. My view is I think Saka would have been, unless he's carrying an injury that we don't know of, Saka shouldn't have been the sacrificial lamb for yesterday's game.
who?
Kai, I would have taken off Kai, but I know what that does is that it pushes the City number 4 and number 5 right in the middle. But that exact same thing happened. And the thought process was that, well, you leave Kai in the game, you can hoof the ball forward, he can hold the ball and whatnot, and then you ended up with Kai Havertz not completing a pass in the second half. Actually, he didn't complete
Mm.
a pass in
No,
the
okay.
whole game. So
Damn.
and also with Saka, Saka is lethal with his assists, and his assists are always corners. Well, not always, but like 95% of his assists are corners. So in him keeping Martinelli, who his stats this season are just weird, downright weird.
From
I
last
was
season, yeah. From last
I,
season.
wa- I had a question mark around that, and um, the more the game progressed, the more I felt I was right in. Oh, he should have taken off either Kai or Martinelli.
Yeah,
But the
but
one thing that he
think of it, Ngobane, as well. Remember, Arsenal never got past the third of
halfway,
our
Yeah,
pitch the
yeah.
whole game. So
yeah,
Saka's there. He's basically defending, and you don't want to have Saka defending because he's not great at that. I mean, did play left back once in a while, but you don't want to have that. He doesn't have the legs to go back and push up as fast as Martinelli does.
but
And
I think
you save him. I think he's one of those guys where you think, look, this game we're just gonna defend anyway. Let me save him so we don't get any injury because we lose Saka now and we lose Odegaard, and it's a big problem for Arsenal in this whole
I
season
hear you.
if they
I
lose
hear
those
you.
two guys. So
But you can't have
there's always going to be tough.
as a manager,
There's
you
always going to
can't
be tough.
keep playing
Mm.
your team like that. That if we lose this player, we are in trouble. Because
Well,
unfortunately, injuries are part of the game. It
well,
And
and
Yeah,
also, but also Arteta does overplay his players. Saka plays if
yeah,
he's fit. End of story. No rotation, no rest. He
yeah,
just plays.
yeah.
It's like
Mm.
Allison. I mean, we even rest Allison.
yeah. Listen to that. You guys play Kelleher at
Mm.
times. Like
Yeah.
that's true. Like I think City and Liverpool are actually now Chelsea because you guys have depth now. You guys are the three teams that actually can rotate easily. You know, if Sancho is out, you're not panicking, Sihle.
yeah,
In
I hear
way,
you. I
form.
hear you.
But
And I
you know,
think
when you look at Arsenal squad is thin. They did not even beef up on their current squad. They're still using the exact same team. Okay, Calafiori is in, but essentially
so
it's
then
still
they're
the
not
same
then they're not prepared to push City right to the end. Then if that's the case, if
fact.
this is in the
Mm.
middle of September and we're already speaking on squad depth in the middle of September, hey dude, we still have that season, that 4 week, it's actually not even it's a 3 week period from like the 10th, yeah, from the 10th of December, where these teams are playing like literally a game every 3 days. And
It's
already in
actually happening
September,
now.
no,
Yeah.
We're
well,
playing. I think we're playing 8 games in 22 days or something. Something like that.
Yeah.
It could be
and then you're
7
gonna
in
tell me
20 or
you're gonna tell me about squad depth. December wins you or you lose the league. And if Arsenal is going that route, then they might as well just pack up and be comfortable with being the bridesmaids, as someone called them earlier on today.
But let's be honest, they are bridesmaids. It's just they don't want to admit it. You see, I'm reading this book, net guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about self-awareness. I think we should suggest this book to all Arsenal fans. They should.
Nah, they're delusional. They are
Yeah,
honestly delusional.
I'm
But
for
the one
real.
shout out I'll give, and I know Utatopi is watching. So in the midst of yesterday's controversy, I know we're gonna get into it. And this is the second yellow and whatnot. Tato sends me a message where he goes and he says, we are not disciplined. And
Yeah,
he's the only Arsenal fan that went and took ownership. Like I've got
yeah,
quite a few Arsenal fans that are chucking it at the ref and I'm sitting there and I'm like, but guys, 2 weeks back the exact same thing happened, and in this exact same thing happening, you as a manager, you go to the players and you're like, yo guys, we can't afford our squad is not we're not abandoned with talent like the
yeah,
rest of them. So don't give these refs any reason to even think about booking you. Okay,
yeah,
because at first I thought the second yellow was for the foul. I thought which was pretty harsh, but then I then see that he kicks the ball away. I'm like, no, that's ill discipline. He's like being a petulant child, and he got what he deserved. He put his
yeah,
team in an awkward position, and everyone is going on the ref this, the ref this. No, guys, let's be honest. They were ill-disciplined, like their manager, so they're carrying the
yeah,
traits of their manager. Who I think we should also have a conversation around him. That he sees himself more as Pep, but I think yesterday he showed that he's more he's more Pep. Sorry, he's more Mourinho.
Ah,
And
Eh, nah, 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 nah. Yeah, exactly, Shavar. You need to warn these guys. Like, you guys need to understand that Mourinho is the real deal, dog. He's one of the
Mourinho did
greats.
this.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the
no, but like
greats.
yeah,
He showed us his
well,
armpits. What did
Yeah,
Arteta show us?
sharing armpits is important. But yes, so
yeah,
Arsenal are ill-disciplined and they're gonna pay for it because now
yeah,
it's something that the other teams have picked up that actually they are ill-disciplined. So if you do rattle them a bit,
yeah,
they will go right
But
ahead and be
but but
petulant.
but wait. I don't think they're ill-disciplined. I just think they're trying to play that dark arts of
Thank
football,
you.
and it's not them. I mean,
no,
we've known Arsenal for years, bro. It's not
yeah,
It's
them.
not
Like
him.
they're trying
It's
to
not
play
him.
it as much as possible, and it's like I was looking at Arsenal yesterday. I'm like, this is not Arsenal, guys.
yeah, it's
This is
not.
far from a team that we used to watch playing Champions League
Hey,
football
Zoo,
against big teams, bro.
Yeah,
Big teams trying to
what's this
beat
man
them.
doing?
But but I mean, it's the truth. Arteta has his team, his set team. If that doesn't work out, he doesn't have much to bail him out. He brought on
Mm,
Jesus in the last
yep.
3 minutes, last
ah,
4 or 5 minutes to go
eh,
to do what? To chase nothings, sweet
let's be
nothings
honest.
at the front. He would
And
have
with
brought
the
another
Champions
defender.
League,
Make it
Yeah,
seven defenders once. Make it more.
yeah,
But in any
7-2.
case, James, Arsenal are going to struggle. They had to play against Atlanta during the week. They suffered the
yeah,
same sort of thing where they leggy. Three of their players came off at the end of the game with cramps and muscle strains, and
mm,
that basically means that those guys have been have been toiled for the last few games. Another big game for Arsenal, and I think it's going to be curtains. They're going to pick up a few key injuries. They lose Saliba or Gabriel anywhere
Yeah,
in the
and
season.
Shahid.
It's going to be a
Mm.
big problem.
it's
Literally, Arsenal fans forget that was Raya's game. Raya made
yeah,
something like 8 crazy
Yeah,
eh,
yeah.
any other keeper, Onana,
Even
concedes 8 goals,
midweek.
sitting in that game
Even
8-2.
midweek. I don't know if you guys watched the midweek
it's
game.
now advanced.
Raya was on
Yeah, against
fire.
Atlanta.
I
Bro,
watched
against
Yeah,
it. He
Atlanta.
was
That
on
was
fire.
that was the headline. The headline is Raya.
it
For the
was,
past 4 or 5 games, dude. What did he do against Aston Villa? That save against Oli Watkins. I look, Oli Watkins was terrible. I almost said shit, but
yeah,
he was terrible there, and he needed to score that goal. But David Raya has just been the difference between them. It's not that Arsenal have a great defense. It's just that David Raya is just
We have
he's
There we
unbelievable
go.
at the moment.
O
we have
Dash is
to
mixing
go
it. O
back.
Dash is mixing it right, guys. O Dash here is
No, he is.
mixing it just right.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
I
He's
think
realized
we have to go
he's
back
not going to
to
beat City with their football. He has to find a different
yeah.
way to beat it.
He has, but this way. Okay, anyway, let me get back to my point. On Raya, we have to go back to when they signed him, and we all said he's not that much of an upgrade on Ramsdale.
Yeah, yeah,
We were all wrong. We have to put our
Yep.
hands up and say we were
yeah.
wrong. That man commands. It's like this is his goal. You
Mm,
know, he takes ownership of his goal and he sees it through. Not many goalkeepers do that anymore.
mm.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
No,
true.
no,
That's
no.
very true.
My
And I
keeper,
think
my
I
keeper
can't
is
remember which
my keeper
manager
is not
or
in the
which
business of making saves. Yes, my keeper is not in the business of making saves. I know for a
his
fact.
assists.
I'm
You
His
surprised your
see,
assists.
keeper
you,
wasn't in the box there trying to play make.
oh, bro,
Yeah, hey,
you no, Pep, Pep was telling him to relax. There was a time we were telling him to relax because that guy was literally standing almost on the halfway center circle, and Pep was telling him, bro, just relax, relax.
But I can't remember
So
who said this, that that a good strike, sorry, good attacking players get you points, and I think, I don't know, maybe I'm butchering the saying,
defense
but a
wins with
good
titles.
defense wins you titles. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I
yeah,
think
Strikers win you games, defenders win you titles.
yeah,
yeah.
and I think that reigns true to this day. If we're being honest, guys, and we look at Arsenal, their defense is freaking brilliant. You look at Salibi, whose game has improved tenfolds.
mm,
You look at Raya, who is now coming to his own. I think his saving ratio is on another level right now,
yeah,
and then you got
I,
Gabriel, who gives you something very very different. In that,
I
I
want to
don't
fight you. I
appreciate.
want to fight you on that one. I
Yeah,
want
you
to
can.
fight you on that one, right?
Gabriel,
And
Guys,
Gabriel.
and
hold on,
I don't think
hold
he's
on,
the
the
best.
hold on.
mhm.
Yeah.
Nguban, hold on. We've conceded less goals in Arsenal this season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
hey,
We
yeah,
will
yeah,
get to you. We will get to you.
yeah.
You're not the standard.
And
Bring it out
and
there.
that's why I want to
Yeah, yeah,
fight.
it's
Bring it
fine.
out
That's
You're
why I
there.
not the
want to fight
standard.
him, right? The reason
Yeah,
why I
it's fine.
want to
Let me
fight
finish
him
my
as well
point.
is that
And then
okay,
the
okay.
Italian
it's
kid
okay.
that they've gotten now, I think it's Italian, the guy that scored
Calafiore,
yesterday. I forgot his
Can
name.
we
Yeah, yeah.
take a moment
Calafiore.
and appreciate that strike?
Yeah, that was clean. Yeah, that was a
No,
clean
Yeah,
strike.
That
we should
but
give
was
it to
what
the
I'm
ref.
saying,
That was a good
bro,
assist by the ref.
bro, David Raya,
it was a
David
very good
Raya
assist
saves
by the
that.
ref, yes.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. My keeper's not in the business of making saves. David Raya jumps, he saves that thing. Everyone congratulates him. My keeper is like, oh shit, it's coming. It's like, It's like, what? I don't know what is going on with him. But again, Gumane, what I want to fight you is to say Arsenal have a good defensive setup currently. You have two holding mids.
The
One of them
starting.
you're saying one of them you're saying do whatever you want to do, run up, go create chance, skin the box if you want in Rice. But you have another guy who's sitting there literally the whole game. Party just sits there the whole game. He
Yeah,
protects Saliba, he protects Gabriel, 100%. They sit as a back four. In that game, no one inverted. They didn't try to invert
mm,
who's the right back? Timber. Normally he's the one who inverts, tries to get in on the ball and allow Rice to join in the attack. There was none of that. It was set up to
Mm.
say we stop you. We set up for the first press, which is the counter press. As soon as you guys start the ball, we set up for four guys who's going to press your center backs. We have a guy who's just going to sit on Rodri and make sure Rodri's screened the whole time. Right?
yeah,
The difference with Liverpool, they're sitting with one guy, with Gravenberch. Gravenberch is their best player who's
We'll get to that.
creating the
We'll
most
get to that
chances.
boy. We'll get to
They have
that boy.
McAllister. They have
I've got a
McAllister.
view
This is
on
what,
him. So
and they're
sorry, Zay.
conceding just goals. Mm.
mm,
Now, yeah, I've got a view on that boy. But we'll get to when you're speaking about Liverpool. I've been quiet the whole time, and Shivar has been singing this boy's praises. I watched him this past weekend. I decided just to watch his play, and yeah, I've got a view, as I said. But I think
Yeah,
let's also address the other elephant in the room in the assist by the ref on Arsenal's first goal. Um,
that was
so
terrible,
just
by the
to
way.
and this is my view. This is on my view. I don't know if I'm wrong. Please correct me. The ref, the game is all over the place now. Okay, the ref is losing the game. Ref calls Saka, who's the captain of Arsenal, calls Walker, who's the captain
yeah,
of City, and he addresses them. It's like, yo guys, please tell your players to calm down because this game is gonna get ugly. Okay, cool. As he pulls Walker, he pulls him out of position because Martinelli is sitting in the corner there, right by the line, hugging the touch
yeah,
line, and everyone knows that's how Arsenal do it. Okay, my
You even
understanding.
saw Martinelli and Partey make eye contact,
Thank
mm,
and they
you.
like we all
And
saw it.
Partey, and then literally, as what's his name is jogging back to position, instead of the ref blowing to start the game, saying, "Hey guys, I've addressed the captains, the game can resume." Arsenal go right ahead and hoof the ball in that position, in the space where it's vacated by Walker, who went and had a chat with the ref. And as he's running back, he's shouting at the ref that, "But my guy, you are the one who called me out of position." So
Yeah.
fine, it happens. Martinelli jogs, and then, well, the minute that what's his name Walker is out of position, it opens up for the defender to come in, pass back, and it's a goal. The ref properly messed that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
What I
And
am
this is
that
an
gonna
was
say
terrible.
Arsenal
on
fan.
Man.
this is
And this is an
yeah.
Arsenal fan
No, you
agreeing with
can't
you.
you can't
Yeah.
you can't. Okay, there is one argument. There's only one argument against this, and I actually thought about this, and I'm like, the argument doesn't stand. The argument is that Walker took his time getting back into position,
No,
and he
he
was busy
didn't.
shouting at someone else. But A,
No.
he did not really take his time. He was jogging. He
He
wasn't
was jogging
strolling.
there. Yeah.
And B, the ref is telling them, calm your players down. So what is my man
Yeah,
doing?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
calming his players
He's
down.
speaking to his
Thank you.
players, bro.
He's doing
He went to the
exactly
guys
what
who had
he's.
the problem.
So
Yeah, he
Pep
Yes.
went to the
kills
guys
me.
who had the problem.
Pep kills me. Pep says now going forward, whenever his players are being called by the ref, he'll tell them not to go to the ref because that's
Yeah.
going to be an
Yeah,
assist, and rightfully
yeah,
so.
yeah. I'd be like, ref, shout. I can hear you. Shout. I'll stand here. You shout from there and tell me what you want me to do. Then everyone in the
Exactly.
pitch will hear you.
Thank
Yeah.
That's
you.
what I
Yep.
want to do
And
because
then
that was
and then
ridiculous, dude.
Arsenal
If I
fans are
was Walker
defending that.
as well,
Yeah.
if I was Walker as
Yeah.
well, flying tackle. I was on a flying tackle, Martinelli
To the
off the
ref.
pitch, off the pitch.
Oh, okay.
Flying
Hey,
tackle off the pitch. I want to run there, flying tackle off the pitch, take my yellow card, then go defend properly. Because again, I mean, we were watching the game together, and I was like, when is Walker actually going to make a tackle on Martinelli? When is he going to try to get touch tight on Martinelli? Because he knows what Martinelli wants to do. He wants to run him down the line so he can get a corner. Make a tackle, stop him from doing that early,
And
right?
can you speak about the second goal? I don't know if everyone has got their views on the first goal. Can you speak about the second Arsenal goal?
yeah.
Okay, I play keeper,
It
and
seems like you're
so I'm
speaking
part
about
of
only
the.
the Arsenal goals. It seems like you're
Yeah.
only
You
speaking
talking
about the
No,
about
Arsenal
no,
goals.
Haaland.
no. The beauty of what's his City goals. They're just beautiful. That
Hey, good.
Savinho pass to Haaland, he literally splits them up like he's parting the Red Sea,
The
and
touch,
it,
though,
it
the touch,
he
I
he
was
the
doesn't
about
even
to
touch,
have to
say,
do
the touch, bro.
and he takes it right at the right moment. He toe pokes it. So in the
yeah,
hood, everyone hates the whole toe poking because it's very
it's
unfair and whatnot.
necessary
But
at
the
times.
way that he did it, guys,
Yeah.
we,
For me,
we
it's Savinho's touch, bro. That turn.
thank
That
you,
touch,
My
bro.
thank
That
God,
you.
touch,
that touch. He took
No,
away
but like
four
that
also
players,
the
touch.
bro.
pass,
Literally.
the pass that he gave him, because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was a
But
pass that was curling towards Haaland, and he just
yeah,
let
But
him
it's a
go.
touch. So
that's the
so
touch, bro.
if you look at it, right,
Yeah.
when he touches that ball, Calafiori is already thinking, good, he's going to hold the ball and send it back. So Calafiori is going down the line.
Yeah.
I don't know where the
He
hell
thinks he's got
Calafiori is
time.
going.
Yeah.
Then Gabriel tries to cover for Calafiori in case something happens, and he leaves that
Ah.
huge gap between himself and Saliba.
You
And you
see?
should have seen how Haaland's eyes lit up as soon as he saw that chance. Because if you play that ball between there, there's no one who's going to stop Haaland from scoring
Yeah.
that chance anymore.
So
Once that
you wanna
weight
you
is
wanna you
good and
wanna
that pass,
speak about that?
Yeah. If that was
The
that's
if that was
second.
the
if that was Mares could have even gone for a shot because you know his left foot. He can hit top pins. Like it literally, the guy had two options. It's either he plays a through ball, which is the easiest option.
And as a
But hey, man,
defender, you
if
don't
you've
want
got
that.
the
You don't
but if
want
you've
that
got
kind
the
of player coming
ability,
towards you.
you can just curl that top corner, bro. But yo, for me, that first touch as CKN, I'm sorry,
Um,
Cheese spoke on. Yeah, that was it
so
for me.
so
Yeah,
so the second which is the dark art,
which
basically
is a
dark art
foul.
to me,
You
which is
can say a
cheating.
foul, bro.
Thank you. So
yeah,
I play keeper, and I'm of the union that if you impede a keeper as freaking Martinelli did, that's a foul. And
I don't
everyone
play
says
keeper,
he's
and I say
standing
the same
his
thing.
and everyone is saying no, he's standing his ground. He wasn't standing his ground because he literally walked to the keeper, literally
Yeah.
held him back because Partey
Guys,
was also in there.
it's
And
not even
I'm
just
like,
the keeper. They were manhandling players in the box. Literally,
Yeah.
it was Timber.
Yeah.
Who was Timber? Timber was hugging someone.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I
Saliba.
remember
Saliba.
two seasons back, refs had said that they're gonna clamp down on this
Yep.
hugging, this body hugging,
Oh,
but it's
bruh,
still happening, and they call it
bruh.
dark art. Dark art sehat. It's cheating.
I
Yeah.
mean, dude, even in the first chance, remember the first chance where Gabriel missed the header? Saliba is he's literally like leaning and pushing back Edison from getting out of the box. Yes, I know my
Was
keeper is shit in those situations, but it's a foul, dude. It's
was
a
it was it
foul.
was it you or was it Onke who went and said, yeah, that's why they won't win Champions League, because Champions League referees won't take
Yeah,
this shit.
Yep.
won't, yeah.
They will
Ref
just say
blows
it's the
that.
foul.
They'll blow that, and if you defend like that as well, if you're the opposition, because I mean, I saw how they were defending against Akanji and Diaz because they knew they were the threat in those chances, and Haaland, if you include Haaland as well. Haaland was at the end of the game, he was so relieved that we crashed because those guys were stepping on him, pushing him, and
But also,
elbowing him in the gut
also, Holland should have been sent off.
for throwing a ball on someone's head.
That was
That
funny.
is
Yeah.
no
That was
way.
funny more
No,
than
no, no.
anything.
It was funny.
That is-
It was
No,
funny.
man.
Don't get me wrong, right? Hilarious.
No.
But it is incredibly disrespectful. And
I
Yeah,
missed
I
it
think
in the
he should be
game.
sent off for that.
I missed it in the game. I only saw it
Also
when
missed it in
the
the
game
game.
was
I saw
done.
it in the game, bruh. And I was like, what the
That's
hell?
why they were fighting. I was telling the James the reason they were fighting was because of that thing, bro. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I have a small. I would have taken and blasted it and then taken the red card, fine, and go off. Because I was looking at all of those small niggles and things that were doing to Haaland.
Yeah. Mm.
It's just disgusting. And whenever in the box, they're pushing him into the offside position so he doesn't come and
No,
collect the
look-
ball. They pull him.
Look,
I'm like,
I think the ref was just bad for both teams.
Yeah. Terrible.
Right? Like,
And I think refs this
I
weekend.
don't agree with that red card. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that red card.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Cikle. Trossard was a little bit dumb, right? But guys, come on. We cannot be
It's a
sending
yellow.
players off for
By
this.
the letter of the law, it's a yellow. And if he acts
We
like a
cannot be
petulant
sending
child,
players off like this.
guess what he's going to get? A second yellow.
But also,
he knows
it's not
that he's
like
on the yellow.
yes, but it's not like the ref blew and then he moved for the ball. He was already going towards the ball when the ref blew.
Nah, I watched the. I normally don't watch the pundits speak and break down. So they broke it down in real time. And
I saw
the
them,
way that-
and
yeah,
I
the way that it
completely
happened,
disagree with them.
the
I
ref
completely
blew.
disagree.
The ref blew. Trossard took a step, and then he just like hoofed the ball. And then I
Yeah.
was so during the game, I'm like, I'm hoping that the yellow card is for the tackle, because had it been for
Yes.
the tackle,
Yes.
I would have been angry in that
Yes.
it's soft. But the
But
minute
it
they
would
went and
have
said
been-
it's for kicking the ball, I was like, oh, he
Yes.
deserves it.
yeah, no,
Nah.
but it's frustration.
No.
dude.
I'm the
You
opposite.
think-
I'm the opposite. If they gave it for the tackle, I can say, okay, fine. It's soft, but dangerous play, goes in with his shoulder, whatever. But guys, come on. It's
It's
not like
frustration. It's frustration, Shiva. It's a striker who's being forced to be a defender and defend. Like,
Oh,
I mean, we're trying to
it's
win the
tiring.
league. We're trying to win the league, and I'm a striker, and we are being told to come and defend against this team. And I make a tackle, the ref blows it, and I kick the ball far. A yellow card.
But I
It's-
think also
it's
let's speak on the first yellow that he gets. That was stupid. That was even dumber than the
He's-
second one.
he was very stupid, and he always scores against us. I was happy when he went off. He's a big problem for us at City. So if he goes off, I'm more than happy. I mean,
But I think
that game,
we're all in agreement.
both ways, James. Both sides, the ref was bad for both teams. It wasn't like he picked who's that. And I was saying in the group, even when the game started, I'm like, Premier League ref, this is the standard you're going to see the whole game. And from then on, if you guys remember in the group, that's the standard we saw the whole game. The ref was terrible. For the rest of the game, every decision he made was horrendous. And then the for me, the worst thing, right, is that we can have the ref do all these things, but again, Arsenal came out there, they parked the bus. It's a Sunday. Everyone is sitting there trying to watch the game. DSTV is extremely expensive. DSTV is extremely expensive, and I now understand why guys go and watch on these sites now because you wanna sit on Sunday and pay 1,000 in a month to watch Arsenal sit like that
Nah, that the
against
last 20
their
minutes, the
closest
last
title
20
competitors.
minutes, yeah, the
Mm,
last 20 minutes was
Disgusting.
shit.
yeah, guys,
When he
guys,
brought
guys.
on more defenders.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just say before we go, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. I see there's a few of you guys here. Yeah, you can go, Sihle. I mean, cheese,
Um,
bro.
I think the most we've ever agreed on is Arsenal are losing their Arsenal way, chasing Man City, which is the worst thing they can do for themselves. And
Mm.
at some point, there is going to come up with Arsenal TV. I don't know if it's still alive. They will go right and they'll say, we play shit.
Yeah,
Because
No,
the
no, no,
amount
no,
of
no, no,
yellows,
no.
the amount,
My brother, go to Arsenal TV. Those guys are saying we are such a big team. We had City celebrating a
Dilulu.
draw at home. They
Oh,
were like, I
Dilulu.
am like, what
Oh,
game were
Dilulu.
Arsenal fans watching? What
Yeah.
game were they watching? And it's
Yeah,
just
I think there is going to come a point where, come end of the season, they are going to be like, well, this is not working. Because what Arteta is trying to do is this whole double-decker dark art thing is not him, and he's being forced to do it. I get it that he doesn't do it in all the games, but the refs are going to start picking on it, and it's not going to look pretty. Once the yellows, once the bookings start coming and whatnot, because there are going to be games where it's not going Arsenal way, and they start doing their thing, and then they pick up 2 red cards, and it goes downhill. But anyway,
there's no
enough about
there's
Arsenal.
no
We can talk
create
about
there's no
somebody else now.
creativity. Look. I mean,
Martinelli's
okay, there's no creativity in Arsenal right now. So the only way they can play is by playing the way that they're currently playing now. We keep possession when we can as a defensive. We sit back if the team are trying to push and pin us against. They don't mind doing that anymore. It was rare to see Arsenal team doing that, but now they don't mind doing it. I mean, against Atalanta,
mm,
come on.
oh,
So,
speaking of
so
which,
we're literally watching the complete opposite of what we expect to see Arsenal doing, and
they shouldn't
eventually,
have
eventually, fans are gonna turn around on.
they shouldn't have sold Smith Rowe. I watched him at Fulham. I've got
yeah.
him on my fantasy,
Yeah,
and I like what I see.
I've
They
been
should
telling
have
people
convinced the
about Smith
boy that, hey,
Rowe.
listen, there are more than enough games to play. Yeah, they should have
what did they
done.
do? Lamla, what did they do to Fabio Vieira? Maybe you can tell us, because
Oh yeah,
if Fabio Vieira was there, he could be playing that. I mean, that's why they bought him to be like sort of the
yeah,
backup to
Tim,
Odegaard, isn't it?
I
Yeah,
agree with
yeah.
Sinclair.
Um,
Smith Rowe could have been playing in the 10 the
yeah.
whole time.
100%. And I've been telling people, Smith Rowe, there's a player in there, bro.
Hmm.
Like you can
Let
see
me
for
no,
let
he's a
me
Fulham,
good
see
player.
let me see how many points he got me this weekend.
and bro,
I
isn't he like in the top five or top
let
10
me
for
see.
goals scored this season? He
Yeah,
scored quite a few now.
he returned 8 points. He scored a goal and he got a bonus point. Played 83 minutes.
You see,
And he literally, what's his name? Odegaard is injured. He walks in, and
yeah,
there's a player there.
yeah,
But they decided to cash on it.
Look, look. I think they made a good decision by signing Marino just on the end of the transfer window because he's going to be very important in terms of what they want to do. My biggest problem again is that they don't want to bench Rice, and Rice is the one who is the odd one out. If you look at that
yeah.
midfield, Rice is the one who's the odd one out. He's not
Yeah,
creative going forward. He's not an attacking threat. He's not the holding mid like
He's
Party is as or
he's
what they
not the
expect Party is.
defensive. He's not the
he should
defensive
be the
lord.
holding mid. He actually is a holding mid, but now his eyes lit up because he got a 100 million price tag. He came to light at West Ham for being a holding mid.
He was a centre back. Declan Rice was a
Well,
centre back.
he
And
started
he
at
moved
centre back
to
and he
hmm,
moved to midfield, and he's really good as a CDM, as a six.
yep,
But now he
yep.
wants to be an 8.
But he's not
Yeah,
better
but
than Thomas Partey. He's
their
not better than
squad
Thomas
is
Partey as
thin.
a CDM.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
he
put
is.
that out there. He's not
I
better
think
than
he
Thomas
is.
Partey as a CDM. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no,
they,
no. Just because he has more legs doesn't mean he's a better holding mid.
yeah.
Yes,
No, we're not
he has
saying
more
Arsenal
legs
should
than
have opened up. We're not saying Arsenal should have opened up. We're saying Arsenal did not go there to win that game. Arsenal went for a draw and they
again.
got a draw.
He's an Arsenal fan, by the way,
Yeah,
through and
and
through.
that's what cost them last season. They celebrated a draw at the Etihad, like they won the league. But the reason why they didn't win the league is because they dropped points at the Etihad.
Oof, cold.
That's
That is
bars.
cold.
That is
Yo,
bars.
I don't think
Bro.
anyone can say anything after that.
Ah, no, bro. Are you Kendrick's Ghost Rider, bruh? Like, damn.
Wait. Who went out on loan?
It's
Fabio
Vieira.
Vieira.
It's Vieira.
Because
Why?
he was a good linchpin. I mean, he would have
So
good,
wait,
good
in one
effective
window,
run.
in one window, Smith Rowe leaves. Who's that boy that is left for Crystal Palace? I forgot his name now.
Olise.
By their tactics.
No, not he's left for Palace from
Nketiah.
Nketiah. So in one season, and they know that their squad is thin, and they're going to be going on all Champions League, 2 cups, and then the league. What's the plan?
Yeah, it was
Maybe
Jesus.
I don't know.
The plan was Jesus, gents. The plan was always Jesus is going to come back and he's going to
resurrect him.
He was going to Christ the Redeemer. He was going to redeem himself, and then
That's
he
one
came
way
on
to
and
get rid of
Haaland.
the Easter curse.
Yeah.
You see, so and then he came on the pitch and wanted to square up with Haaland, and Haaland was like, "Who's
But he
who's
was
this
good
guy?"
defense-wise, though. He made some,
Yeah,
I think
he
it's
made
three decent tackles in the corner there. Was it Silva?
Yeah.
Or was it? I can't remember.
He
Good
made
one.
a foul. No, he made a foul in the corner.
Yeah, but like it
He made
was
a foul in the corner.
two tackles that were decent. I said, well done, Jesus. But anyway, talk about someone else, or you?
Oh
He's
yeah,
not
okay.
good at.
Just going through a few comments here, you know.
Declan's a defender with legs.
Yeah.
He's not that good. Yeah, I agree. Man. He's
And I feel
Yeah.
sorry.
They
remember
just paid for the
at
English
West Ham.
tax.
At West Ham, at some point, didn't he play with Solskjaer, or was that after Solskjaer?
No, he played with
I remember
Solskjaer.
he had someone.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
so.
I remember there was someone. There was someone who was an actual holding mid, and then he was one
No,
whatever he
so
does
so
now.
so Solskjaer was actually the one who was getting into the box. I
Yeah,
remember
he
because
was
I
the one
remember
who-
thinking
Mm.
David Moyes, he did this with Tim Cahill, he did this with Mo Fellaini, and now he's doing it with Solskjaer. Like he
But I
has his
remember
player.
when Arsenal signed him, a lot of Arsenal fans went and said that we'll get more out of Rice if he goes forward than if he
Yes.
sits at the back, because
Arsenal
Partey
fans
is
did say
already there.
that.
I remember that conversation that was being had, that he was hailed as
And that was
he's
because
going
of
to be
one
that
goal.
player
He
now
scored one goal from a long range,
against
and then all of a
Chelsea.
sudden
Against
it was like
Chelsea.
And now
it was like,
he's
oh,
Frank Lampard.
yep.
Now
Yeah,
he scored it against Chelsea, I remember. And the question was, because he's a Chelsea graduate thingy, and everyone nah, it's not confirmed yet.
Oh, it's not confirmed.
Nah, not confirmed.
No, but it seems like
But he will be out for a
seems
while,
like,
but it's not confirmed.
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
it
Never
seems
mind
like a
the
lot of people
ACL.
have been saying it. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I
Besides
mean,
that,
I think
an ACL injury, but Cheese, are you worried in any way? Do you think this is a
Nah, if it's
season?
an ACL, it's chai,
look,
G.
I think we spoke about it as well in the group, right? That he's one guy in our team who definitely needs a rest. The signing of bringing Gundogan back was probably the most genius move, because without an extra person in that 6, we're always going to be in trouble this season. So, I mean, we started the season without Rodri, and it was always the idea that this season we're going to try to spare him as much, try to get him to play as fewer games as possible this season to manage that, especially because of this new UEFA Champions League format and every team gunning for us literally. So it was always going to be a tough one. I am worried. He's the best player in the world for me. So it's always going to be a big loss. You can't lose Mo Salah. I mean, if you think about it now, let's say Liverpool lose Gravenberch in that position. It's a bit of a tough one to try to replace him, especially after you've seen how well he's been playing. So yes, I'm worried, but we have a bit more cover this season than we did last season. So yeah.
Yeah. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna keep saying this in this episode as much as I can. And of course, just before we segue to Liverpool. I just wanted you to see this the statement from Dash. Oh,
But
Dash.
I
Oh,
think
understood.
Jorginho is Jorginho. I think he's old. He's never been quick. And in him not being quick, it's us. Sorry, Chelsea messed up by letting him go when they let him go. But yeah,
I have a, I have a friend who's a Chelsea fan as well. His name is Gamu. I don't know if you know Gamu.
Yeah, I remember Camu.
X.
Yeah, yeah, I remember him.
Gamu was one person who summed up Jorginho perfectly and said, Jorginho is great when you guys are leading because he'll keep
yes,
possession, he'll bring the ball
just
around.
TikTok, like
But
like
if it's 0-0 and you guys are trailing, he's the worst person to have because he's not going to be athletic to try to run and stop people. He's not going to
that's
do
the
the
best
dark
way to
arts for
describe him.
you. It's not
Mm,
in him, right? So Jorginho is one of those people, and I think that's one thing that Arsenal were good at last season when they were leading games because they would score early. Jorginho would be very effective in terms of making sure that they maintain that and they don't have teams running at them a lot. You would get the ball, you would push it to the side, you trip him, you'd fall, and it's a foul, and he's happy
Yeah,
about it, and he keeps the game ticking over. But this season, like I always say, if Arsenal, the way Arsenal are playing, they need Thomas Partey to be playing. If they lose Thomas Partey, as he knows, he's from Atletico Madrid, and that's what we watched yesterday, Atletico London, as Shiva said. Um, and Thomas Partey pulled it off perfectly. He did that thing for Diego Simeone for years back. He went and he did it again for Arsenal yesterday. He was really good. I mean, he picked up one foul. He could have been more
yeah,
dirty, but because he understands his role and he just linchpin and remember also a big point is that at the point when they got the red card, you should have seen how effective he was in pressing the guys who can shoot. He was smart in letting Diaz have the ball and Walker. Every time it came
yeah,
to like Foden or Gundo, he was one rushing out to go and stop because he understands the danger of them. So for me, Jorginho never. Jorginho would go there, slide and make a foul, and that's what people expect. You get a foul, we get you a shot at goal, and we might score a goal. So Jorginho,
yeah,
that's my summary of him.
mm.
yeah. Cool, cool. Let's segue, guys. Yo, 42 minutes. Man City. This
It
has
was
to
a
be a
game of the
record.
weekend, my G. Like that game had it
Yeah,
all. That game
I
had
had. Oh,
everyone shouting and screaming. And
yeah,
these are people that are not even Chelsea, sorry, they're not even Man United or Arsenal fans.
yeah. So yeah, Shiva. Hey man, how you feeling, man? I mean, San Siro was too easy for you, light work. You know, you brushed AC Milan to the side like they're a small team. And then
I
this
I
weekend,
just
first
hope.
half. Oh,
Yeah, no, we like my
mm,
only worry is I hope Slot learns from the Norwich game. That's
yeah.
literally all.
Mm.
Um,
No,
uh,
you
uh,
you mean thingy. What is it again?
No, the Norwich
Forest,
game, the game that we of the Forest, sorry, the
Forest,
Forest
Forest.
yeah.
game.
Hey,
Mm.
yo,
Um,
Norwich are down there, bruh.
Norwich
They're
are
not even
down. Yeah,
there.
if we can learn from that, I think next season we can go back to giving Cheese's boys a run for their money. Well, not money, but a run for their, I don't know. What else can you say aside from money? Because we can't compete with them.
They
But
oil,
Just
anyway,
say
they
115.
oil.
Just say 115.
no. I
With,
don't want to get
with
into that.
us,
Shane, the
with
man had a good
Liverpool.
weekend. We'll, it's coming. It's coming.
Hey, you just hate this guy. He's saying,
Um, so I
yeah,
watched Liverpool this weekend, and Liverpool have a problem now. Your striker, what's his name, Darwin.
Darwin.
yeah,
He's like a lucky packet. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
unfortunately for a striker, who needs to show progression, it's not there.
I
You can't
mean,
measure
he's
his
not our.
progression. What? So let me take that
He's
back. Let
not.
me not say the progression is not there. It's difficult to measure his progression because
Mm,
the goals that he scores are freaking worldies, and unfortunately, that's not sustainable. The
Yep.
the
Yeah,
tap ins.
World still counts as one goal, by the way. I was just telling
Thank
people.
you. The tap ins are important. The tap ins are very, very important. So that's the one problem that you have, and then you've got this kid. No, fuck, man. I watched this boy, and maybe it was just that one brilliant game that he had. But I've been monitoring him since Shivar was on his 4-5. That boy is on another level.
Okay.
Nah, I see what I see what you. I'm late to the party, Shivar. I'm
No
late to the
way.
party. I'm late to the party, and I'd like to apologize. But yeah, you were right.
Apology accepted.
Yeah.
He's.
I know.
So
Mm.
Slot has turned. When Slot came in, everyone was saying, okay, fine, he's not getting the signings that he wants, or yeah, I don't know if he wanted the signings, but he's not getting signings. The other thing that Klopp did very well was he made players better. So can
Yeah.
Slot make players better? I mean, he's turned Gravenberch into who was on the fringes of the squad and looked like a good player, but nothing more than that. He's turned him now into a mainstay of the squad and one of the better players in the team. I'm not going to get carried away and say he's a world beater, but he's headed in that direction. And he's turned Luis Diaz into a world beater.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
Diaz could always beat a man. He could always hold the width, and he could always cause the defense problems. But now he's added goals. Now he's added
16
like that
he
final
scored
pass,
16
that
points
impact.
this weekend.
Oof.
See,
You know,
Last
I mean,
weekend.
I've always had Diaz in my team because I've always known he's the bigger threat, right? Let
Hey,
me guess.
niggas was starting with-
So he's always been a threat to Luis Diaz, right?
Fuck you, Chris.
Luis Diaz, guys, Luis Diaz always been a threat, right? I think if you remember last season, he would hit. He was one of the few people who hit the post a lot of times, guys.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that he was one of those people where I was watching the Liverpool game and people were focusing on Salah, and he would be the one who was creating the most trouble for opponents.
Yeah.
And he hit the post a lot. And for me, differential. I always wanted differentials in my team. Get differentials. Those guys grow in value. After they grow in value, you sell. You buy big players at the end of the season. Then you can afford all of these big players in your team.
Another big
And
player.
that's how
Another big player. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Or another player who's got potential. Duran.
Or
Yep.
John Duran. But John
Yeah.
Duran starts off the bench. John Duran starts off the bench. If you're sticking fantasy wise, it doesn't bode well, right? Because the guy is starting off the bench every single game. That means you're losing about 2 points already if he doesn't score. So he comes
Yeah.
on in
Comes in
1
the
point
65th minute.
on it.
Yeah,
right?
no, I hear you.
Yeah,
But
and it's
the
1
potential
point.
is there. But yes.
Yeah, no, John
back to your
Duran's a
point.
good striker. John Duran's a good striker. But yes, Luis Diaz always going to be a good threat. The problem again is you're always looking at Salah. Salah is going to take the penalties. It's Salah who's going to do a lot of the
Yeah.
things. But if you're a pure footballer and you put those two next to each other, I pick Diaz every day, bro. Every day I pick him. Yes. In our side it's a bit different, right? Because we don't expect that many goals from our wingers. And for Liverpool, they expect Diaz, they expect Salah to be the ones who are going to be at the top of the pile when he's scoring goals. We have Haaland, who scored as many goals as both of them combined. So it's about
He's got
having a
more goals
winger
than
who's going to create.
he's got more goals than most teams, by the way.
He
Yeah.
has more control. He has more control in his dribbling than Doku. Doku doesn't
Yeah.
have control in his dribbling.
He doesn't. Thank
Doku
you.
He's another lucky
a
fuck.
reactive.
Doku doesn't even know what he's gonna
He's
do
a
himself.
reactive dribbler, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's a reactive dribbler. I feel like he's
He
not.
reminds me of
he doesn't.
who's that player that Newcastle had a while back? Maximus.
Saint Maximum. Yeah.
Saint Maxim, yeah.
Maximus.
Saint Maxim.
Saint
They're trying so hard. I mean, we had
Yeah.
there was a City interview last time. And it was like, Rodri was like, Doku would dribble someone, then beat him, then go back to dribble him again, just to show that he can dribble him, right? And I don't see that in Diaz. Diaz is very direct in terms of what he wants to do. I want to beat you. I want to
Except
do
for when he
that
did it
line.
to
If you
Walker.
slide,
Except for when
No,
he
no,
did
that-
it to Walker.
he did it to Walker, did it to Rodri. I told you. For me, I said it before. I'll take that guy in a heartbeat, bro. In a heartbeat, I'll take him. Right?
Yeah.
And now
Thank you.
we have
Yes, that's very
Savinho. With
important.
Savinho. And Savinho has more control as well in his defending. In his
That's
his
Mahrez. That's
dribbling
Mahrez'
and
vision
counter.
too.
Yeah, there's more control in terms of what he do, and that's what we see from Diaz. The best Doku, no. Doku, would have loved to see
No,
Jack start the
disagree.
game yesterday.
But wait,
Disagree.
isn't it his first season at
Diaz has
Bay,
pace.
or is it second season?
Yeah, Diaz at
Too
pace.
soon.
Yeah,
Too soon, Crizo. Too soon, Crizo. Too soon. Diaz is really
yeah,
good, gents.
yeah. Diaz has pace, and even for his country as well, guys. Diaz balls out for Colombia. I think
Yeah.
that's where he even turns it up a notch. When he plays for
Yep.
his country.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I fully
And he had
agree with.
Hammers.
Yeah, and Hamins. Yeah. And like I fully agree with everything you said about Diaz. I've also just needed the guy to get goals in this game, man. I mean, right
Goals. Yeah.
now
Yep.
he's on fire, bro. He really is on fire. And Slot, man, he's improved quite a few players, bro. Like even with Ryan, I've liked Ryan from his what
Yep.
again Ajax days. I
Yep.
I thought he was dope in the Champions League games that I watched him play. Very tidy, very comfortable on the ball. But yeah, man, like at times first season syndrome hits you as a player. People will downplay you, and then only in your second season is where you start
Yeah,
blossoming.
he came from
Yeah,
that Bayern team where he wasn't
yeah,
playing, was out of favor from the coach, and that sometimes affects you as a player. All of
it
these guys
does.
are human at the end of the day, and I always say these guys are human at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Someone has a bad day. It's okay,
yeah,
but the example again that I made between Arsenal and Liverpool, Liverpool concede less goals than Arsenal and less chances. XG they concede they and they have less defensive players in the midfield.
yeah,
It's McAllister, it's Szoboszlai, it's Gravenberch. You don't
And the
expect those guys to
fullbacks
be
are.
doing. Yeah,
Our
yeah.
fullbacks are
they have
fullbacks,
strengths.
not
They
centre
have strengths.
backs.
Trent's not really a fullback. I don't know. He's whatever he wants on that specific day. If he wants to
Has
be a
he
mid,
has he
he's a
renewed
good
his
mid.
has he renewed his contract?
Darwin or Jackson? This is a very interesting conversation. I have a view on this.
Yeah,
What's your view?
I think Jackson is a more all-round player. I don't think
He's
he's a
becoming.
striker. I think he's more of a all-round footballer, whereas Darwin, I think, is a striker, and I think Darwin is a better striker, but he cannot be a better striker if he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're judged on. He has every other attribute you want from a striker aside from composure. That's why he can score the glorious ones.
I'm glad you picked on the composure. Something is going on with Jackson. I'm loving it. He seems
Through the
calmer in
keeper's
front of
legs.
goal.
Through the
Yeah.
keeper's legs. That
He
takes
seems very,
composure.
very like something is happening in his game where I don't know whether he's got a new psychiatrist or he's got a new side chick, but like someone has told him to just calm down. But I love what I'm seeing. The worst thing you can have is an erratic striker because he surprises himself also as erratic. The ball goes in, he doesn't even know how it goes in. You look at Jackson this past weekend. The
Should we
first goal that
segue
he
once,
gets.
guys? Let's
Yeah,
segue
yeah.
Yeah.
The
once.
first goal that he gets, he
Segue.
he gets the pass, and by the way, X, it was an assist by Sancho. He gets a
Yeah, it
pass
was.
in the
I
middle
saw.
of the park, and he runs like literally the whole half the park, and he passes it. He doesn't try to kill the keeper and whatnot. He passes it in between the legs. Beautiful. His second goal. Okay, he gets a ball. He makes literally the run that he makes. He curves the run like because he was on an offside position, but he then comes back, curves the run, gets the ball from Caicedo, and then
Yeah,
he's going towards he's one-on-one with the keeper, which is one of the most probably difficult chances that you can get because you're in the middle and you're going one-on-one. He decides to hit it with the outside of the
that's right.
of his boot, which is exactly how you want it. Because what happens is the ball goes, it curves like this, passes the keeper, and then it goes in. The
Yeah.
third goal, because he had a part to play. Okay,
Yeah,
he gets the ball, and it's all about timing. He sees Palmer coming thingy on his shoulder. Instead of passing the ball to Palmer, he drags the defender because he goes to one side. In him dragging the two defenders, he opens up the pathway for Palmer, and then he releases
yeah,
the ball before Palmer is offside.
It
That
it also
is
helps.
yeah.
It also
He's
helps
smart.
if everyone in your team is not trying to run. It makes a big difference in terms of the guys who want to play football. Palmer wants to play. Enzo
Yeah,
wants to play. I know Shiba spoke about it, or I think it's Trish
yeah.
who said something about it. But it helps now. Sancho's the one. Sancho's not trying to run past the last defender. He's trying to receive the ball to create chances for Jackson to be the one who's running past the defender, right? It helps it helps if no one's trying to run all the time. That's the problem with United. Rashford
Thank
is
you.
ah,
Thank
Damad is
you.
bah. What is the plan? When are we going to
Gakpo,
play? When are we
Gun
going to play
hole.
Plan.
football?
That's
Yeah.
the plan.
What's the
The
question?
elbows, man. Gun hole.
And this weekend, Chelsea was actually trying to play football. And when you're trying to play
Yeah.
football, you gave your striker more chance. You know your striker is oh, not your striker knows you're gonna get more chances in the game. So you can relax. If I don't score this one, there's gonna be another one, right? So, but yeah, no, it's going to take a bit more time. I
So
think you guys still have
the
a problem with that other guy on the right now, Madueke,
Thank
yeah,
you.
because now
Thank
yeah.
you.
he's
No. So I'll,
becoming
I'll I'll get.
he's becoming a problem.
I will address. Give me a moment to read. See the
Can,
Rondo video that thing, my boy, and two. I don't know how to say that, but
Lamla,
anyway,
oh, his name is
Lamla,
um,
Lamla. Yeah, it's Lamla.
what's up?
Lamla, what he's speaking on is training video where they are playing well, doing the whole Rondo thing, and it's 15 touches, and I saw the video that he's speaking on. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. You had Felix, you had Sancho. Who else did you have in that? And there was two players in the middle that were struggling getting that ball. But anyway, let's talk about Chelsea's performance. Chelsea was decent. West Ham made it too easy for them. Okay, but the mere fact that you were playing a team that allowed you to do what you did, you still have to beat them, which is very important. The goals that
Yeah.
we scored are goals that show that we are very much aware of what is going on in the game. Okay, the first goal was the defense. The West Ham defense was sleeping, and our team penalized them.
No, they were
Uh,
bad.
the
Those
yeah,
defenders were
yeah.
bad, bro.
Yeah.
The second goal was we decided to play that whole triangle in the middle where what's his name Cucurella decided to come in and be the extra man in the middle of the circle, and that just confused the f out of Paqueta and the team.
Yeah.
And in them doing that, their defense then decided, oh, let's help our our midfield out by trying to get to the ball because you've got three players playing that whole triangle thing. The minute their defense did that, Jackson went and saw that, oh, here's my opportunity. Kaisori, simple pass. That pass wasn't a complicated, it was a
Yeah.
straight pass
A
right
straight
in the
pass,
middle.
bro.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was right in the middle. Third goal was from their corner that they got. We defended the corner and they were wide open because they are 4 and 5. I don't know their names. The guys that play the
Tillman,
position 4 and 5.
Tillman is
They are
terrible, man. Tillman.
slow.
Yeah.
They are
Tillman is from Wolves
slow.
now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the thought was in signing Kilman okay, he's a left-footed centre back. I guess that's why. But there's really no reason to take Kilman from Wolves to bring him to West Ham and hope that he's going to make your defense better. One
Yeah.
Wolves one of the teams that conceded most goals last season. I think they're one of the teams that conceded
Yeah.
most goals last season. So
So
no,
Chelsea is doing the basics right. For where they are right now, that's all I ask for. Do the basics. There's a pattern of play that I can see that, oh, okay, this is
It's
what
there.
my team wants to
It's there,
play.
bro.
And
It's
I
there, bro.
appreciate that as a fan. And West Ham made it easy for me. I really don't care.
And
But
another thing,
I saw my next couple of games, my next 5 games. I've got Liverpool somewhere. I've got Man United somewhere. I know I'm playing tomorrow and whatnot. And this is where the season starts for Chelsea because we can see what they're trying to build. There's identity in the team. Now it's just a matter of getting that identity to produce results for us. And the biggest concern for me is at the back. Bonada.
it's not
I
about
don't know.
the 30 other players who are sitting at the training
No,
ground.
I don't care about that. The
Oh, I thought
manager,
that was the biggest problem.
Enzo addressed it. He said if they don't buy into the method, they don't play. Okay.
mm,
And ruthless as that sounds, unfortunately, that's where Chelsea is. They need a manager who is as ruthless as it is. Right now, Chilwell knows that he's going to play tomorrow, the cup game. So he right now he might be an England international, but he's restricted to cup games, and he needs to prove a point and hope and pray someone gets injured. And if he's not that good tomorrow and someone gets injured, unfortunately they will take someone else out of a position to go and put them and plug them in that position. My manager is ruthless as fuck right now, and I love it. I'm sorry. We've had too many nice managers and a team that has so many players and so much talent needs a manager who is ruthless so that they know that that's the manager. He decides to
It
play.
was
If during training I don't do as he says, I'm out. That is
they call
brilliant
Pep
for
racist
Sancho.
for that. They call
What?
Pep racist for that. For being decisive in terms of players he wants. Just happened with
No,
the
it's the
follow
players
the
that he wants. This red
yeah.
card and
They
whatnot. I'm
well they
sorry,
called
guys.
him. They did.
I
Yeah,
know.
they
I'm
did.
They
I'm
did. I
sorry.
mean they
The
tried to
manager
Yeah,
has
you're
decided.
right.
The manager has decided. These are
hmm.
my players. It ends there.
Yeah,
End of the day, the
Yeah.
buck stops with the manager. The board
Yep.
doesn't go to the players and say, "Hey, whatnot? Why didn't you perform?" The buck stops with the manager. The board should never have a chat with players. They should chat with the manager.
yeah. All right. Before we go, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. There's quite a few
But
of you
yes,
guys here. It's a healthy number. Please
yeah.
keep it
So
interactive.
on
Yeah,
Chelsea, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sorry. I'm happy. I like what I see. And
yeah,
ruthless as it sounds that some players are not going to play and whatnot, there's more than enough games. There's more than enough injuries. I watched the press briefing that Enzo gave today, and he said definitely what's his name is going to start tomorrow, Ben Chilwell, and it's his chance. He must take it. He must go right ahead and grab it by both hands. He must run the whole 90 minutes, go, but understand that this is how the manager wants us to play.
He needs him, bro. He needs Chill. At the end of the day, he does need
Well, they
Chill.
need
You
each
don't
other.
have a left. You don't need a left. You don't have another left back outside of Cucurella.
They
Anything
need each
happens to
other.
Cucurella, you have a big problem. Look, look. Chill doesn't need it. He still gets his salary at the end of the day.
No, he
Whether you
does.
guys play him, whether you
No,
guys
Baba,
play
he
him or you
does.
don't play him.
He's got performance based thingy. He's got performance linked to his contracts. So the minute that he doesn't play, he just gets his
yeah,
contract. Sorry, he gets his pay and ends there. Those
This is
add-ons,
great.
those add-ons add up.
You don't need those add-ons if you're at home most of the time, bro. You're at home, you're chilling, you can relax. There's no pressure to get add-ons.
Hey,
In the
whether you did you
next
win that
season you
100
go
million
to
Powerball for you to say you don't need the small money? Because the small money is big money.
yeah,
these guys, bro. It's not like this guy is going to spend 100. His bills are so big that he needs those specific add-ons, bro. I mean, for me, it's about the fact that Enzo decided that this is his squad and he needs to stick to it, and everyone just needs to respect it. Whether every coach that does the same thing, it just needs
Thank
to be
you.
respected, gents. And that's where I am with regards to that situation. Um,
And
however, a quick
Sancho,
segue to United. A quick segue to
wait,
United
before we
before
go,
we
yeah,
go.
let me give you Sancho and then we can segue. We
yeah.
spoke about this. We spoke about this and Sancho because the previous game he had a man of the match performance, and everyone went and said, "Ah, it'll come and it'll go and whatnot." The only thing he has to do now is be consistent. Okay, the manager saying to Sancho, "You are my starter," and you look at the bench, you've got talent on talent on talent.
Mm.
That should do something to his morale because now the manager believes in
Runners.
that you are a starter.
But
Runners. Your
yeah,
bench. Your bench has a lot of runners in that position. Neto
yeah,
goes in and he plays that position. He just looks headless. He wants to
Uh,
yeah,
run.
but
Mukelo, same thing. Now
yeah.
Sancho wants to get onto the ball. That's what I was telling you. Sancho wants to get onto the ball, help to create chances, not be the one
You
who's trying to be the guy
hundred
who's
percent.
who's sprinting for the corner flag. And that's a big
so
difference. As Sihle.
Yeah.
I'm probably Tenag's worst friend, and what he did to that boy, or what they did to each other. Um, I'm not for it, and I really hope Sancho grabs this chance that he's been
You
given,
will,
and he runs with it.
right?
But
You
He
will
did it.
see.
He did it.
now
He
it's
did it at Dortmund. He did
He
at
did that
Dortmund last season.
dog.
Now, but
Yep,
not a
Exactly.
he
lot
did.
of
Champions
people
League
watch.
final.
Not a lot of people watch the Bundesliga. The only
Ah,
time
but
they would
Yeah,
have
we
Champions
seen
League
saw them in
him,
the
final.
Champions League
yeah,
Champions
final.
that's
League
what
We
the
saw
only
final.
time
them
we
in
could
Final.
see him was
Yeah.
Champions League.
Yeah.
we
Yeah, bro,
saw
dog.
him. We saw him, bro. He was the mainstay for that team, bro. He was hardly benched.
Hard.
But yeah, I mean, United weren't playing Barnsley this weekend, so just back to normal.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, I posted in the
So,
group. I posted in the group, and I said, "Poor Barnsley. Um, they got the brunt. They got the brunt."
but you know what, Cheese, dog, you've really summed up Man United. Gun ho, bruh. And did
Yep.
you see when we took off Xerxes, we took off Ericsson
Your
as
tactical
well
players,
as
basically
all
your
the
tactical
technical
players.
players all came
Yeah,
off. And then his players, the pace and power merchants, all came on. Did you see, bro? That's when Palace started creating chances. Eze
and
was meant to score.
As they should have
and
scored, bro.
Shoot
yep.
up, dog.
If yeah,
Bro, they dog Eze. I don't know what he was doing, bro. Like
someone
that was
someone went and said
yeah.
during the game, I think it was the 75th minute, that what's his name, Ten Hag premeditates his substitutions. It doesn't matter what happens in the game. He writes on his notepad that 75th minute I must make a substitution and whatnot,
The day
and then
before, he brings it
secondly,
from home.
yeah,
I can go back four episodes back. I had a nice segment in terms of how he selects his team.
Bruh, like,
no,
It's,
but
like,
can we
yeah,
address the team selection? I know that Man United fans are going to go on and speak on rotation and whatnot. It's bullcrap. Rashford has had a horrid 8 months. Okay, now he seems to have picked up some form here and there. Sure, fine.
no,
It
no,
was
no. Just
Barnsley.
Barnsley, bro.
It was.
Just
No,
Barnsley.
no, it doesn't matter. End
Barnsley.
of the day, we've always known that what's his name, Rashford is he plays on whenever he's oozing confidence. Okay, because when the chips are down, he looks down. He doesn't do what Rashford should be doing, which is Rashford things. I don't even know what Rashford things are, but benching him, and you had substituted him midweek in the 75th minute, because by substituting him in the midweek game, everyone then presumes that you are resting him for the weekend, and come the weekend you decide, nope, he's not starting.
Yeah, I know, dude. But dog, it's favoritism, like more than anything. I think with Ten Hag, bro, he favors his captain, who has been costing us. Like, did that chance Xerxes later off? Come on, dog. You give that to Cole Palmer. You give that to who's in your midfield? Your number 10, Shiva. You give it to your
McAllister.
McAllister.
De Bruyne. That's a goal, bruh. Clear goal. Like, and then you
I'm glad
find
you didn't
United,
say Gundo, because Gundo.
of
Yes.
course. Yeah, you
That
see,
makes
what I'm
no.
just saying,
Yeah.
dude. He thinks he's thingy. Luka Modric, bro. He tries hitting a Travella. It goes way off, bruh. And
Mm.
like for me, man, it pains me, bro, that our ballers are mistreated at my club, bro. Like Sancho was mistreated, and look at him
Yeah,
now. Look at him now.
it's
Ahmad
not as
gets
bad as
taken
everyone
off,
said
bro.
it
And
is.
Ahmad and Xerxes, bro, are creative guys, bro. Xerxes created 2 clear chances, bro. 2 clear. And then of course,
Your
man,
midfield
hey man,
concerns me, my G.
hey man,
um
and it's easy, dog. And think about it with our midfield, bro. It's we. I'm not saying we have the best midfield players, but it's all about balance, in my opinion. Midfield, you know, you don't really need to have star-studded guys, bro. You could easily play a balanced midfield, and in my opinion, I'd play. And I know this is controversial. I think our best midfield is Ugarte, Cass, and then at 10, Kobe, Bruno, or who's this guy? Ericsson must fight it off in that in the number 10 position, bro.
I don't think
Because with
Kobe is a
Cass,
10.
I think he is, bro. I think he's an advanced player, bro. I think
Yeah,
he's
but
more
not a
advanced.
10. He's a 8. He's an advanced. He's not a box to box. He's an
Yeah.
advanced
Advanced
playmaker.
6.
I don't think he's a 10.
Advanced 6. What's of an advanced 6? Jeez, dog.
That's what he wanted to say. He wanted to say he's an
No,
advanced 6. This
nah,
is
bro.
Declan Rice.
I think
Declan Rice.
I think Kobe's best attributes Shiva, bro. You know, I always use the FIFA on PlayStation comparison where when you move Marcelo from right back, I mean from left back to left wing, he goes up 3 ratings. You know, I think
Yeah.
with Kobe, it's further up personally. That's where I see homie, bro. And of course, us having Casemiro and Thingy or Ogate, it does bring a bit of stability for our defenders. Our defenders don't get exposed. And also an issue with United mostly is ball retention. More than anything, it's just us being able to keep the ball. If you're gonna play Bruno, Rashford, Canacho, Hoyland, all 4 of those players don't know how to retain the ball at all. They have zero ball retention. It's
You you
hoofball
you
non-stop. And
your
we get
midfield.
exposed. Yeah,
When I saw the team sheet this weekend, because it was
yeah,
the half six game. I saw the team sheet. I'm like, no man, what
yeah.
what's the plan here? Because you look at Ericsson. Everyone knows that unfortunately Ericsson is not a defensive player. You look at Bruno.
Yeah.
I might better not come to work late to complain about being subbed. Yeah, I had him in my team and I was quite disappointed. But anyway, and I was like, if you had a team that was bullish in the middle, because I still think Palace is trying to figure themselves out. If there were, if it was a team that was really bullish in the middle, you guys would have lost that middle battle thingy. I think this weekend you are playing Spurs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's FC20. Don't forget FC20. That's our level now, dog. So it's the FC20, and then we play Spurs. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
If Spurs if Spurs play their cards right and what's his name has the same side in the middle and it doesn't bring on Casemiro, it doesn't bring on Ugarte to go right ahead, and you guys are going to be in trouble. You guys will take a proper beating. You're starting to have players in your team, but the chef who is supposed to go right ahead and
Oh,
is
he's moving
he's
like eggs. You see, like my cooking is bad, bro. I just throw all spices, bro, and you know,
Hope for the
and
best.
see what happens and hope for the best. And that's pretty much
nah,
it.
even six gun can't help
Six
Eric.
gun,
You six gun. You six gun your eggs, bro. You six gun in your eggs.
Yeah.
I actually did six gun my eggs once.
How was it though? With the
Even nice, six gun fixes
Nah.
everything, even a salad.
Nah.
But United will be fine. United will be fine, bro. As long as Lissandro tackles like that every game, they'll be okay.
Did you see that tackle, bro? That was a raid. Let's be honest, guys.
That was that was
That was disgusting, bro.
it wasn't in control. And I saw a Twitter thread.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Someone asked the question. I wonder what was going on through his mind. Because it wasn't like he's the last defender and whatnot, where he then decides to risk getting a red card. Like like what was in his mind? And
Crouching
I
tiger, hidden dragon.
yeah, I feel he's going to suffer from because other players are actually watching, other teams are watching that, oh, he's actually a weakling when it comes to being disciplined, and they'll start poking him and whatnot. And this reputation that he has of being the butcher is going to cost him. Because as a defender, in as much as you gone are the days of being a solid, strong defender who no one can mess with, you have to be here also. And he's showing every now and then that he's got weaknesses in his thinking.
No,
He's
only
Argentinian, bro.
He's
Argentinian, bro. That's how you defend if you're Argentinian centre back. It's not negotiable. In order for you to leave Argentina,
who's that Spurs defender that's also Argentinian?
Romero.
Otamendi,
Same
Cuti
ones that-
Romero, Otamendi, Cuti Romero, Lisandro Martinez. That was
Same
a
ones that-
World Cup centre back. Those are 3 World Cup centre backs for Argentina, bro. So if you can't defend like that, you're not Argentinian. But I mean, the difference is that he plays for United. He doesn't play for City or Spurs. So it's always going to be, hey, and not that's a red card.
That's true. That's true, bro. That's true. I fully agree with you on that. But let's
at
pick
some
on
point,
Bruno, guys. Like
I
for me,
I don't want
it
to speak
shows.
about Bruno
Yeah,
because I don't like him. I don't like. I've never liked Bruno, and I don't want to speak because every time I speak about Bruno, it's like my hatred
Hate
for
speech.
him. Yeah,
the
it
hate
seems like
speech.
yeah. But I watched him this weekend. There's a portion where everyone passes him the ball, 3 4 passes, and he loses each and every one of those 3 4 passes.
He's
Okay, the team
he's
wins the
not
ball,
there to
they pass
retain
it
the
to him.
ball. Like, this is Ten Hag's fault. Play the man to his strength. Don't use
Thank you.
Bruno as someone to retain the ball. I don't know how many
He-
times I've had to say this. How can I see it and Eric Ten Hag can't?
yeah, he's a box crasher. Bruno's a box crasher,
Yes,
bro. That's what he
yes,
is. He's a Frank Lampard. Of
yes.
course, Lampard
Get
was
him
a
on the end of things. Get him
yeah,
making the final pass. Get him taking the
yeah.
risks.
100%.
That's
You
when
see, I
he's
fully
best.
agree with you on that, Shiva, bro. But the thing is that he has to be surrounded by guys who can retain the ball.
For him.
Yes, exactly.
And I look at United in the first half. Out of the 6 players we had on, 4 could retain the ball, right? And it was just only
Who is that?
Ganacho.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Oh, are you talking about Dalo?
the midfield. Yeah, no,
Oh,
the
you're talking
midfield.
in the middle.
The midfield.
Okay.
And you see, the centre back is fine for me. I think the back line is cool for me. Mazraoui and De Ligt have an upgrade to what we used to have, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You mean an upgrade on Evans and Maguire?
100%. But
I,
it is an
I'm
upgrade.
I'm an up, I'm an upgrade on Evans and Maguire, bro. So it's not that
I mean-
bar is very so low.
Yeah, but
Cheers,
but
you
I'm
and I
just
can
talking
do a
about
job there at the back.
yeah. You see, like midfield, it was Kobe, Ericsson, and then you've got Ahmad as a winger, and then you've got Xerxes as a forward, right? So
Yeah.
those 4 guys know how to retain the ball. They're very competent on the ball. The other 2 men, it's a bit shaky there.
No, not a
But
bit shaky. It's
it's shaky.
non-existent.
It's very shaky. And so when when Ten Hag removed 3 of the 4 who could retain, that's when we were in trouble because everyone wants to just run forward. Hoyland wants to run forward. Rashford
It
wants
became
to run.
F1.
Yeah, it's
F1,
F1, dog.
And
Lando Norris settings, bruh.
Yep. And
Yeah,
Verstappen. Yep.
Verstappen,
maybe
exactly.
this game wasn't for Ugarte, but I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah,
I don't know. You guys were very
yeah,
open.
yeah, dude.
But we'll
Like we
see.
should have just kept Fred, bro, because Fred and
Eze-
Ogate are the same profile.
The Reverend.
Eze should have
What are you
scored.
seeing ZCC? Are you seeing ZCC? Are you talking about Fred, the
Wait,
Reverend?
guys.
Yeah.
The X, you guys were praying for Ugarte. I remember Trishul coming to the show
Nah,
Yep.
not
and,
me.
Thank
and
you.
it was
Yep.
deadline day and
Yep.
he was like, we get Ugarte, we solve
We are
all our
sorted.
problems.
Yes. Yep.
Barnsley, I mean,
Guys, I've
Barnsley
been
will agree.
hearing-
Barnsley will
guys,
definitely agree. Barnsley will
I've been
agree that
hearing
Ugarte is an
about-
upgrade, but
I've been hearing about if United get this player, all of their problems are
Nah.
going to be solved.
Yeah.
Not gonna be fun.
Since-
For me, I've always said it's the coach, bro. And remember when I said Ineos out when they gave Thingy ETH an extension? wasn't feeling the manager personally. I really am not. And I hollered at you, Sihle, and to holler at Yonkabis there in KZN, dog.
Make it
take him
happen.
out.
Yeah, we need someone because really, bruh, it's gonna be a long season. Watch 20, dog.
Nah,
We're gonna
but
struggle.
your bench, Cruiser, we'll get to your pen opportunity, as you put it. I like
Yeah.
it. You chose the right word there. It wasn't a shout; it was an opportunity. But anyway, your bench though is starting to attack-wise look decent. I mean, you've got Anthony, you've got Mason Mount, you've got Rashford. That's some depth, man. That is some proper depth.
Yeah, against Barnsley. Against Barnsley, yes. Against Barnsley,
Yeah.
100%, bro. Barnsley was never ready for Bruno and those passes, bro. They were never ready for it. So
That's like
But the one thing I
having
love about
that's like going back in the day where you're only allowed to have, bring 5 subs. That's what that is.
Yeah.
No, but I saw the bench and I was like, oh, this is nice. You've got Maguire, you've got Evans, you've got what's his name? Okay, Casemiro Ugarte. I
Anthony.
couldn't have an opinion. Because I hadn't really seen him. But yeah, what I saw of him, your bench was decent. You had two at the back, you had 2 in the middle, and you had 2 on the wing, and then you had 2 attackers. So that is
Yeah.
death that Arsenal can only pray for.
But that's not quality though. It's not quality,
Hey,
unfortunately.
Baba,
You
hey,
know,
the numbers matter
it's
sometimes.
yeah. Ah, no,
I
bro.
mean, I'm
It's
not.
bad.
I remember Krizo saying that he would take an FA Cup and finish outside of Champions League.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Chris
that.
was just one silver away. He wants to see the armpits, as Shivar calls it. The armpits are very important.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
thank
guys
you.
must be
I like this. Is this Onke?
Nah,
no,
Odesh
no.
has been mixing it up. He's yeah.
Okay. Because
This
this sounds like
okay,
an
guys.
okay comment. This
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah,
like
but
an
remember
okay
they
comment.
tried. Remember they tried to play Bruno as
Yes, but then
wide
you're
right
playing
or
him as
wide
a
left.
striker. Like
a
Bruno
false
needs to
nine.
play. No. Bruno needs to play behind a main striker. Whoever that striker is, let the striker occupy the defenders and let Bruno pick up the pockets and feed
Hey,
off the loose balls
but
and
he's
get on the
missing
end of the
though.
through balls.
I know, but he's missing. Casemiro hit him with 2 clean through balls in the first game. He missed them both.
Yeah.
The ones
Look,
he laid off, he
yeah.
missed it. Like, hey, dude, he's also not ish, dude. Because those chances are proper chances, Shiva. Those are clear.
Premium.
Like,
Yeah,
ah,
I know. We like what 5 games into the season, and end of last season, UX was on Rasmus's thing where he went and said, "Yeah, we've got a striker here." What are your views now?
I mean, we haven't seen just lol. I thought you guys know it's me. Yeah, okay. I picked up on our tactics guy coming through.
yeah. Dash.
Yeah.
I still like
Oh,
him. I
Dash,
still
Yeah.
like
mixing it up.
Hoyland
Dash
as a
Sicilian, dog.
striker.
Where's the dash Sicilian?
Yeah, that's why I say he's mixing it up. Oh, you missed it the whole time. I said, "Oh, Dash is mixing it up." Fuck, X, yeah, you slow man. She's like,
He was talking
man,
about Bruno. He was talking about
Yeah.
Bruno. His mind was
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Hey,
The shows
my
have never
man.
been the same since you stopped drinking, my brother. And that church you go to,
RX.
I think
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
Hoyland. I think there's a player there. There's a
Which
player
like
there.
Hoyland, dog.
I don't think he's better than Jackson, but guys,
Man.
he's playing for the
Shabbat,
wrong
dog.
team. He's playing
Hoyland
for the
can't
wrong
play
team.
football, dog.
Who at Man United is playing for the right team?
Hey, we just
Harry
have
Maguire.
different.
Johnny Evans.
they live. All of the guys who
Really?
chose to go to United, bro.
Anthony.
All the guys who chose to go. Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Onana, can we apologize?
Nah.
No.
Not yet.
No.
No. That nigga is
No, no,
undead.
no.
We can apologize to
He
Raya.
just paid off 10%.
No.
of his dog. Nah.
I'm
That
just
guy is
saying.
costing us.
That double save, guys. That
still
is
running
worth some. That's worth some weight in gold, I think.
He still owes Savs a lot of money.
Actually, no, wait, X. I agree with Nguban because if it wasn't for the double save, you guys would be parking in negative goal difference again.
And that's been your speech the whole weekend, bruh. That's been your whole speech. The whole weekend. Whenever you speak about United, it's just like those guys have a positive
Positive goal
one.
difference. It's zero,
tough.
but it's positive. There's no minus sign in the front there.
Of course.
We broke even.
Of course, you can't minus zero.
Nah, I think we owe Onana a partial apology.
No apology. We're not owing nobody jack shit, dog.
If
Until
the keeper
Nah,
does that, it's his job, bro. It's your job to do that. That's
Are we
why you
there now?
criticize. That's why you criticize Edison for not making those saves, bro.
Are we saying that we don't praise a bird for flying? Yes.
Yeah, bro. The same way we don't. The same way we don't congratulate you for stopping to drink.
the guy
that
got
escalated
one right
real
now.
quick.
Did you see? He's
Bro,
got
every
one.
Monday, bro.
Show us.
Today. Wait. What did Shivar? What did you say today was?
Oh, fake Saturday.
No. You said
No. Today was Monday morning, Friday afternoon, and Saturday evening.
thank you.
Yo, tomorrow
Check into
Sunday.
that.
There it is, dog. We're
Wait,
gonna get a
guy.
sponsor, dog, soon. We're gonna start getting
Yeah,
sponsors.
SAP is
SAB,
watching. Mm.
guys, come on. Yeah.
Nah,
I don't
but
know if you guys have anything else to add. Yeah,
nah,
just
on Man United, we are 10 out 3 seasons deep, and we're still as confused as we were day one,
mm,
which
true.
is weird, weird, weird. I think Ole was honest to who Ole is, and he did Ole things where the type of football was very, very, very simple and very. We've got pace, and we're going to utilize that to our advantage. With what's his name? He talks a lot of smack, and he can't back it up. He
So, so one
go
thing
for
I
it.
wanted to speak about, and sorry, right? I guess
Yeah.
it probably covers pretty much the whole of the weekend. Is just how, or maybe not the weekend, but the season, just how bad the Premier League refereeing has been, right?
Mm,
I was watching Nottingham Forest versus Brighton yesterday before the City
Yeah,
game,
first
obviously
game,
just
the
to
first
bring
game.
myself. There was a incident where the ref, almost at the end of the game,
Yes.
he blew a foul for Morgan Gibbs White. You saw that? Blew a
Yeah.
foul for
yeah.
Morgan Gibbs White, and he decided he's not going to give him a booking. The bench and the fans were up, went
They went up
crazy on
in
the side and
arms,
the
and
bench.
we
Ref,
commented on
ref
that,
turned around. Yeah, ref
and
came
then
around, turned back, gave him second yellow card. Took
yes,
Morgan Gibbs White off. The coach starts going crazy. Like is
books the coach.
ridiculous. There's no
Yeah,
way. Give the coach a red card. The other coach for Brighton as well also said something in
gets
between,
a
but
red
gave him a
card.
red card.
Yes.
Also off. The assistant what for Brighton as well came in and said, "Hey, Baba, you say one more thing." He pointed at him, say one more thing.
Mm, mm.
And the guy just kept quiet. Everyone was off at the end of the game, and that was a huge turning point and talking point, especially just before the big game on Sunday. And
Yeah,
it just summed up basically what happened after that with the Arsenal and City game. And there was a few incidents as well in the Man United and Palace game with the tackle from Martinez. But
Martinez.
if that doesn't change this season, there's going to be a big problem for the Premier League because it's going to stop being a spectacle, and people are just not going to want to tune in, especially from around the
Nah,
world.
yeah. I think someone in the group went and said that the ref wants to be man of the match,
Right?
and the
All of them
minute
want
that
to be there.
the minute
Mhm.
you have that where the ref is seeking more attention than anyone else in the field, you've got a problem. Um,
Right.
the whole weekend, because I watched quite a few games this weekend. The one theme that carries through is how powerless VAR has become. Whatever
Yeah,
on-field decision is made, VAR they don't entertain, they don't even bother unless it's like offside. Um, and it reminds me of American cops where they stick together like glue, even though you can see that this is wrong. Just because they're wearing that blue color, they will stick together, and that is
it's
going
bad.
to
It's bad. Yes,
it's
it's bad.
terrible. Like
Mhm.
each and every game that happened this weekend, I can count one or two incidents that where the ref, you ask yourself, like, no, man, this is wrong.
What is he
And thing
thinking?
is, we are 5 games in the season, guys. If this
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
the tone, the refs are going to decide who's going to win the league.
It's going to be really
Yeah.
bad, chance. It's going to be really
Yes.
bad. I mean, now it seems like the refs just want to be in the spotlight, and there's
It's
there's
been like
there's
that for a
things
long
I
time,
know
guys.
there's
Yeah, but
there's lots
now I
of
think it's
things,
getting
right,
worse.
Shiva? There's lots of things, Shiva, that we can turn a blind eye. I mean, let's think of a situation like the City and Arsenal game where, for example, the ball goes over the line and it should be a goal kick, but it's given to Arsenal for a corner and Arsenal score off that
And they
corner.
score from that, yeah.
Mm,
You see, that becomes a big talking point because you
Yeah.
look at the game against Real Madrid where the Endrick pulled the ball out of the line. The ref is standing right
Yeah.
next
And
to
then
him.
he
He
comes
pulls the ball
inside.
off the line. He
He
goes
literally
inside
comes
it. Guy
inside.
goes in. And they give him a penalty when the guy was pulled literally maybe 5 or 6 meters from the line, right?
Yeah,
He goes into the box, he
Pirates
dives
fans
into the
will
box.
defend that because they got a pen like that this week. But anyway,
But it's just become one of those things where it's just getting worse and worse with VR. It's getting worse. The referees are actually feeling more lackadaisical because they're expecting VAR to bail them out. Then VAR doesn't bail them out. The worst thing is that now we're sitting at home, we're seeing all that footage, and we're like, what?
The
What?
worst is when they release. I don't know if you've heard the recordings, the VAR
The
recordings, whenever they
recordings, yeah,
consult.
that show.
Those are the worst.
The confusion there, bro. It's like these guys don't know what they're doing. And when
It's
you hear
terrible,
those,
fam.
It's like they've got interns doing that VAR job, but
they don't know.
it's the worst.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
just best that they hire the AFCON gents. I mean, AFCON, there were no issues whatsoever. VAR was
Ole was
spot.
better. They messed up with when they got rid of Ole. Ole is a better manager than Eric Ten Hag. If you argue with me, let's go play in
100%.
traffic.
I've
But again,
always,
that's
have I not always said this? It was a mistake to get rid of Ollie.
especially if you
Sure,
don't have
but
someone better coming in.
fuck.
But again, I mean, in the AFCON, we have
They saw the bald
in Africa we
heads.
have
They said he had worked with Pep, and they said he wants to play. For one of his first moves was to get a keeper that can play from the back, and then X was sold.
And then he didn't play from the back.
No, he
And it didn't. You see, that's the thing. He lied. That's the problem.
But
he lied
he
on his
didn't
CV.
lie.
Yeah.
No.
He lied on his
Hey,
CV.
Baba, when you
he said,
met your missus, you told her you were the most romantic person, and that's a lie. And you knew there was a lie, but you were luring her in, and
when you
everyone
said
knows
that you don't
that's how
drink.
the game is
When you
played.
said you don't drink, nigga.
Yeah, I did say I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of those things. But I was courting her. The minute that I heard her, then I can open the beer in front of her. It's the same thing. Everyone knows how the game goes.
I know, cool, man. Cool chits. I don't know if you have anything else. Yeah.
Aston Villa.
Oh no, 1 hour 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aston Villa, still the team to watch. I think Ole Watkins, whoever is on Fantasy League, Ole Watkins, it's time to get him on board. I know he's very expensive right now, but go for it. Oh,
There's no
X, by the way,
space.
had you
There's no
not
space for Watkins.
Yeah.
cheated and got kicked out of, you would have won last month's thingy. I was looking at the
Yeah, who's
at
this
the
YouTuber
standings.
that you're following?
Who? I don't follow
No.
anyone. I follow my guy.
No,
no,
X.
no, then this was back then. Remember, we had this
Oh,
It
discussion.
wasn't
okay.
back then. No, it wasn't back then, Shivar. It was last season.
Yeah,
I know
back
we also have
then.
a guy, bro. We also have a guy, Temba. Temba, I know you're watching this show. We know now that you're also a YouTuber watcher and you are taking teams from YouTube. We see you.
Nah,
But,
there's taking
but-
tips
yeah,
and there's
though.
taking
Yeah.
tips and there's taking teams. X decided to take
Yeah.
teams.
But dude,
Like X will take a gamble.
Jesus, you don't understand. How much money did you win, Sihle? Tell us how much you won in that month.
No, I can't tell you because my wife
Yeah.
is gonna beat
Okay,
me.
fine. Well, let's go off street. And then you're gonna tell
That's why
me
he was
how-
drinking. That's why he was drinking so much.
Look,
No,
look,
nappies are expensive.
I don't have a
just know I
problem
got
with
enough
obviously-
nappies.
I don't have a problem with obviously taking advice and watching these YouTube shows. But when you just start copying the YouTuber,
That's
Yeah.
what X was
firstly,
doing.
you're never gonna beat the YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Hey,
X,
bro, I beat this
I
YouTuber.
used to
dog.
follow
I had
YouTubers.
4 points by 10. By 10.
and I used to beat the YouTubers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Shuba, you different, dog. You're not built. You both different,
Nah,
dog.
I'm not winning this year though. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I don't know.
can see it already.
So yeah, just putting it out there, X. The number starts with a 3, and it's not 300. It's above that. You would have won it
Listen
last
to
month.
that. Listen to
and,
that.
and the
bro.
weirdest thing ever, I'm second with
301.
one game weekend. I'm second with one game weekend left, and you are ahead of me by 2 points. So, and the guy that is ahead by a point. So you would be going into last game week ahead of everyone.
Again, I know, but dog, you know what?
But
It
you
is what it
decided.
Manja
is.
is a cheater.
He's a
Manja has
cheater.
115 charges. He has 115 charges. That's why.
That's you. That's
Guys,
you. No,
I'll tell
He
you the
doesn't have
story after the stream. What happened? But anyway, I think that's it. Nah, we can close this episode. Thank you once again, gentlemen. Much appreciated for your incredible comments as far as football is concerned. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out, guys. Like, please help me out. I want this channel to blow up. I want that SAB sponsor so that
Thank
CJN
you.
never runs dry. It's always got.
That's why I
And
win
We need
fantasy
to
league so I
keep him
never
on the
run dry.
channel. We need to
yeah,
keep him on the channel. You're
keep
never
him on
gonna
the
get
channel,
hot takes
guys.
if this guy's not
Yeah.
here anymore.
All right, guys. This is Sleazy Sports, and we are.
Peace,
Peace.
guys.
Yeah.